moving in a positive direction. Contact them today at 954-972-0042 and mention you heard this on WWNN.
Here's how people are learning to make extra money from home at Online Trading Academy. If you have mutual funds or an IRA and you're not happy with what you're making, here's a tip from one of the instructors at Online Trading Academy.
How many of you out there are holding stock right now? You could be using options to sell against that stock to bring in income, like rental income.
Renting stocks you already own? Sure. Learn how it's done at Online Trading Academy.
He had this in his 401k, and he was able to generate $4,000 within 2 or 3 weeks' time selling a call option on the Schlumberger shares that he'd been sitting on for years.
People are learning how extra money can be made from home with stocks and more, all with limited risk at Online Trading Academy. Reserve a pair of seats for a free half-day class to see how it's done in Broward and Palm Beach. Online Trading Academy. Call now, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 3-hour safe haven for your questions and spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 3 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Oh, Yes, indeed, I am. I am that I am, and so are you. Perfectly perfect. Created in the greatest vision, and tonight, on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, with all of you, all across the nation, we are going to collaborate. We're going to create everything you desire. I know. How could it be that simple? Well, in the envisioning, in the energy, when we send it out into the universe has very special instructions. Bring it in, bring it right back to them just the way they asked for it. So we're going to work on that tonight. And we're going to ask some really important questions. Are you the wallflower in your life? Are you looking to be more of the participant? Do you want to live the life of joy? Are you feeling stuck, stagnant? You don't know how to get out of that rut? Well, tonight, your calls, your questions, and Spirit's guidance, that's going to give us all the information we need to put you on the fast track of collaborating with the universe and being the master co-creator that you are. We all have a special innate gift within, and that energy, that spark of light, when we direct it to the right purpose, the purpose for our highest good, the highest good for everyone else, that is how we can collaborate with the universe. And there are times that we don't know how to get out of the rut. Could that be you? Are you stuck? Are you stagnant? Are your finances kind of crying the blues? Are you wondering how you're going to recoup? Perhaps you were thrown a curveball from this latest hurricane that passed through South Florida. Perhaps you are still building and putting things back together in the Keys. Perhaps you are suffering in the devastation that's in Puerto Rico or perhaps in Texas. And now the fires in California. You see, the earth is purging and clearing. And it's a good time for all of us to look inside, to look in the treasure chest of life and see what's in our little toy chest and what we don't really want to keep inside anymore. Maybe you're holding on to some old beliefs, some limiting patterns. Perhaps, just maybe, there's an opportunity for you to grow that you need to take a better look at. Maybe you're stuck because you're afraid. You know, fear has this paralyzation that doesn't allow us to move forward with the ease and the grace that it could be. That never means that there won't be a bump or a scrape along the way, but in the universe, everything happens as it should in perfect time. But what clock are you looking at? Are you looking with an impatient mind? Are you looking with a fearful heart? Are you looking and thinking, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do what I need to do? Well, tonight, we are going to spiritually speak with all of you and move you into the right direction so that you can see where you're going to go and how you're going to create everything that you desire. Life is a roadmap that needs to be studied. And we have choices along the way. Sometimes we take the path of least resistance. Sometimes we take the road less traveled. But there is no right, there's no wrong answer. It's simply a matter of free will. And your choice, your chance to choose determines where you go and how far you're going to go in this journey. And we welcome your phone calls at 1-888-565-1470 right here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And we're going to connect with all of our callers all across the nation. The calls are starting to come right in, and we've got Georgia, South Carolina, we've got Broward County, and the lines keep filling up. But don't let that stop you from picking up the phone, because we're going to sit and talk to Spirit, and we're going to see what does Spirit suggest you do, and what's the best way to do it. How can you create what you want? The first step in the envisioning is to simply take a look at where you are. A good look at where you are and identify what makes you uncomfortable, what you don't like, what, if you had the choice, you would take out with the garbage. And let's make that move and change. Let's lighten up the load of moving forward. And there are some times where we know we don't like where we are, or perhaps we're uncomfortable, not sure how we're going to make the change, and then we recognize that there's an opportunity for us to make an exit strategy. Are you looking to make an exit strategy from a job? Perhaps it's time to make that shift. Were you feeling like you want a new career? Tonight's the night. that we can establish that connection with the divine and talk to your angels and hear the messages and really feel the energy. Your questions, your talk, that's what's going to assist us all on the journey. Spirit is always very direct, always there to help and assure you that everything is going to be okay. You know, when I was younger, I always had this dream inside my heart. You had a dream too. My dream was to sing. And the little girl in me knew she could sing because that's what I wanted. And it didn't matter who told me I really wasn't very good at the time. But I knew I could sing. So I held on to that vision. I didn't let go of that. And it sparked a great career in music. I actually went on to study opera in college. It was such a great experience to be in the energy of music and meet different people, to explore the possibilities of comedic acts and nightclubs and standing on the stage and doing live performances and films and commercials and photography. It was all a great adventure, and it became the stepping stone for where I am now. Where's the dream that's in your heart? So many people that I speak to, day to day, they're expressing a dissatisfaction in life, that they feel that they're not living their life, that life hasn't turned out the way they want it to be. If you're one of those people, then tonight we're going to explore how to break that pattern and find that zest, that passion for life. Sometimes we've come to a crossroad, but because of fear, because of lack of belief, doubt, and perhaps just a nudge, encouragement, we don't know where to go. So we sit on the corner of life, watching the traffic go by, and look at other people, and we think, wow, isn't their life great? Feeling more and more alone and disconnected. You see, we all have a journey, and on the outside, everything always looks good to the person watching, but we all have our inner struggles. We all have an adventure in our life. We all have the opportunity to step out of our comfort zone. So maybe through your watchful eye, you see the journey of someone else, but you don't really see where they are. You don't see what's going on in their inner workings. You don't really understand why everything is out of alignment for them. You see, life has a way of masking the truth because we get caught up in the illusion of the day-to-day activities. So when you look out to another, don't think that you know what it's like to be them, for you know not the journey of their soul, and you've never walked in their shoes. And it's important to remember that we're all given gifts, and we all have the opportunity to grow and to expand. And we all have the beauty in our life to seize and enjoy, and all the blessings. Every week, we explore your life and your questions. And my journey here on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk, well, it began many, many years ago. And I'm going to dedicate tonight's show to someone who's been very near and dear to me. I'm going to dedicate tonight's show to my spiritual teacher. A very lucky girl I am to have met a very unique and at times I thought bizarre individual. For today is my spiritual teacher's birthday, and I'm honored to have been in his energy and to have shared in the experience of what looked like miracles to the eye of someone who knew nothing about spirituality. You see, it all began because he wanted to sign up for a class. I didn't know anything about signing him up for the class. I was there for a different reason in the computer store, assisting the managers in launching their training program and showing them how to solicit the services that the computer store offered to businesses and set up the training classes. That's all I was there for, or so I thought. But in walked a man, well-dressed, very nice, but everyone else found him to be very bizarre. And finally, after everyone was done attempting to sign him up for his class, I, in my impatient mind, said, "Give me the paper. I'm going to go sign this man up because you guys are all bothering me." And so I went out. And with that piece of paper, I walked out already annoyed in my mind, based on the opinion of what everyone else had presented. And I met a man who was well-dressed. I met his wife, and I sat with him, and I signed him up for the class. It really didn't seem that hard. But later on in that conversation, he told me things that he couldn't possibly know. He told me things that really took my breath away. And he shared with me intimate personal details about the passing of my father and the things that I had endured leading up to that moment that he had just met me. And he couldn't have known. At first, I was afraid. I didn't know who this man was, and I thought it was kind of crazy. And I didn't know how to take it. But I had done what I set out to do, sign him up, get his credit card information. So I excused myself and I thanked him for this little visit. I had complimented his tie, he had complimented my nails. I had chatted. I was very customer service friendly, so my job was done. And I went into the room. But as I was approaching the room, he said, "I'll see you tomorrow." I laughed in my head. This man really is crazy. He's not going to see me tomorrow because I won't be here. Well, fast forward, I was there the next day, and he did return. At the exact 2-hour period that I was there, they had called me on a whim to help them with just a little bit more. And I was grateful for the work. I wasn't going to say no. And who thought that this man was going to come back? But he did. And he continued to tell me just enough to intrigue me. You see, all of you sitting at the corner of life, at the crossroad, I know how that feels, because that's where I was at that moment. I was at the crossroad. Life as I knew it had changed. And whenever you lose a parent, it's always a tough thing, because they are a role model for us. We learn so much. And daughters and fathers seem to have a very special bond. And I was a young mother, so I really was on my own. So to have met someone who was going to offer me some information, some guidance, well, a ray of hope, that seemed like a good thing to me. But he continued to talk about things that I knew nothing of. So I had to make a decision at that moment. I had to decide of free will. Just like you one day will have to decide if the person before you is the right teacher, the right mentor, the right guide, the right person to do business with, the right person to stay in a relationship with, the right person to make a relationship with, the right person to be in your circle of friends. You see, it's all a matter of free will. And it's what you do with the choice and how you choose to experience it that determines how fabulous or disappointing it's going to be. It's all a mindset. That's how the universe works, collaborating with us based on how we envision it to be. So my curiosity was piqued by this very lovely but kind of odd man. And as I spent time with him, he said, "Come with me to my house." I was like, great, I'm in Parsippany, New Jersey, and I don't know who this person is, and now I'm going to his house. As a New York girl, that was thinking not a good idea. But again, I was prompted by my inner being, saying, go ahead, you need to learn more. And so I went to his house, and I must say his apartment was piled with stuff, lots of books, and things I've never seen before. There was a beautiful Buddha statue. There was a gorgeous woman statue with all little children gathered around her. And there was some beautiful pottery and some artwork and lots of books. And then there was a room behind the screen. It was actually the little dining room. It was behind the screen. And I was wondering what was there. Of course, I think he read my mind. He said, "Oh, don't worry, we're going to sit there. But for now, come talk to me." And he began to talk to me as if he knew me. You know, the people who meet you in your life, they know you. They know your soul. And again, I felt compelled to listen. And he told me that he had just come out of a hyperbaric chamber. He was said to die of throat cancer at the time. This was in the mid-90s. And he took a bottle of holy water, a Bible and a cross, and he healed himself. And the nurses, the doctors, really had no idea what had happened. But whatever happened in that hyperbaric chamber allowed him to not have a death sentence and to be released from the hospital cancer-free. How does that happen? And again, I was skeptical, but a part of me said, you need to listen. So I pulled my little chair closer because he had a way of talking really quietly. And it made you listen. And it would always make you lean in and really try to hear. And he would always have the television on really loud, which would annoy the heck out of me. But later on, he told me it was to force me to pay attention, to teach me how to listen, no matter what was going on around me. I still thought it was annoying. But he told me stories. And then as I grew to know him over the years, I got to see the stories as fact. I got to see people's tests be returned cancer-free, just like that. I got to see miracles happen before my very eyes. And suddenly the girl who knew nothing about spirituality was taking it all in. You see, when the student is ready, a teacher appears. But another interesting story happened along this journey, because he told me. He said that everyone who came out of that room to assist him in signing up for that computer class, that was not who he was sent to see. I said, sent to see? I have no idea what you're talking about. And he said, no, I came to meet you. My spirit told me that you would be there, and that you were the one that I needed to teach. And again, I asked what probably was a foolish question. What are you going to teach me? I don't know. Are you teaching me? What am I learning? And he was very patient. That I can tell you. And we began a journey of about 7 years, where I would literally spend hours on the weekend sitting at his feet, while he would, with his photographic memory, hand me a book and talk to me about things that were in the book, verbatim. He would tell me stories. He would tell me ways of healing. He would tell me every story of his life. He was a master storyteller, and he spoke in parables, kind of like Jesus. And he gave me so much insight. And he also helped me believe in myself, because during that time, I was going through a lot of changes. And it was good to know that somebody believed that I could do something that I didn't believe I could do, until I learned to believe in me. You know, we all believe in ourselves when we feel like we're capable. But what about those moments that you're at your comfort zone level, and now you're in the land of uncomfortability, and you don't really know how to find your way? That's where courage comes in. And that's where it's always wonderful to have that cheerleader, that person who's just holding the space and says, I believe in you, and anything's possible. And he taught me how to shift the energy and believe that when I was in sales, if I picked up the phone and made a phone call, that even though everyone's voice memo picked up as opposed to answering the phone, that I would get the individual. And sure enough, it would. And I began a journey of believing that things happened so perfectly that anything really was possible. It was like living in a magical, mystical fairyland. I would say something, I would think something, and things began to happen. And he told me, he said, you're in the energy that I work with. And be in the energy and stay on the path, and everything will work out perfectly. You see, along the path, it's easy to lose your way. It's easy to think, I can do this, and then have the voice of doubt, the voice of fear begin to whisper, are you really sure? Don't you remember the time? And then it, of course, repeats the story of when you fell flat on your face. You see, life is not about the falls. Life is about how you pick yourself up and how you move forward in spite of the scrape or the bump, and how you enjoy the ride. Because we have one breath of life. And I used to sit and ask him, do you think one day, maybe, I'm going to do what you do? And he would laugh and say, you're on track to be a VP. And we named the paycheck amount that I was working towards and what I was already making. And I would say, oh yes, I'm good with that. And on I went. And then eventually, it was his time and he did pass. And I literally felt the energy leave. It was as if everything that was connected to me just vanished into the air. And suddenly, I was feeling that alone feeling again. And at that moment, I knew it was up to me to reconnect. And every story he had told me, everything he had shared, suddenly it came pouring down in me. And I was reminded of everything that was important to do. And I began my journey. And that brought me to Florida. You know, in your life, you're going to meet people who are going to change your life. And how much you allow them in, and how much you choose to listen, and how open and flexible you are, that will determine how far you go in the journey. And there will be teachers that perhaps they don't bring such beautiful message. Maybe they're here to teach you how to stand up for yourself and challenge you. There will be people who will stand in your path, and maybe you'll view them as the enemy, but they too are your teacher. There is no one on the journey that is here by accident. And even though I thought I met a man by coincidence, happenstance, he came for me. And he never had other students. He had people who were with him for a few years that had studied along with him, but they were his peer group. I was his only student. He had waited for me. He had chosen to live a bit more because his work on earth wasn't done. It may sound kind of strange to you if you're listening, but there will always be someone who will stand by your side and believe in you no matter what. You have to let them in. And you have to follow the prompting. So tonight, this show, our co-creating, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Just the way I was taught, way back when I met who appeared to be a strange man in a strange computer store. And I was doing a job that really was just part-time, per diem. And my whole life changed. Because in an instant, everything you believe is impossible can become possible. It's your choice. So we welcome your phone calls here, live, on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk. We are spiritually speaking with me, Sarah, and all of you at 1-888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. When we come back, we're going to go right to the phone lines. Stay with us. Don't go away, because you know we're going to be right back. Life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Hi, I'm Tina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune into our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Do you know me?
Yes, indeed. The stars have aligned to join us here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And we're spiritually speaking with all of you and me, Sarah, and Spirit. It's just the gang's all here. And thank you for joining us. And we're also being heard live on 1100 AM in Atlanta. So thank you for tuning in and driving in your car and just hearing us as you cruise on home. And hope you had a great day. It's the middle of the week. Yes, indeed. It's hump day all over again. But we are so glad to be a part of your lives and sharing in this experience. We are going to go to the phone lines at 1-888-565-1470. And I've got a call in South Carolina. So I'm going to go to Victoria. Victoria, how are you this evening?
So inspirational.
Thank you. How are you tonight?
Good. Well, I just got married in September.
Perfect.
Tom and I.
Yes.
Yes.
And we talked about that, didn't we? We talked about that coming up? Yes.
And you had said September.
I did.
Was about a year ago, you said September. Around there.
Yes, I think so. That seems familiar to me. Well, congratulations to you and to Tom. So happy that we were able to be a part of that celebration and that journey and holding the vision with you both for a successful and happy marriage and everything coming together. I know you had to navigate a couple of bumps in the road along the way, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but we did it, right?
We did.
Perfect.
Yes, we did.
Perfect.
Now, we're looking to move to Colorado, a new adventure.
Okay.
So, I don't know if Spirit sees anything or selling the house anytime soon.
Well, I hear the intention, but Spirit makes me aware that not everything is in order for this move to happen expeditiously. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So when I hear the word move and I hear the word Colorado, the first thing they give me is the number 4. They talk to me about the month of April. I feel as if we need a few months to get some things in place so that we can place the house on for sale so that you can make that move. And April seems to be an important time in this movement. So I get the sense you've got about 6 months before you're getting out of Dodge of South Carolina.
Okay. Sounds good.
So set the plan, set the intention. Because they're talking to me about a freer way of life, a different lifestyle, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And they're also talking about a business idea. Is there a new business that you're thinking of opening up, or you and Tom are going to work together?
Yes.
And I see that coming together with a lot of strength and fortitude. And this has been in the making for the past 5 months, 6 months. It's an idea that's been brewing, a collaboration. Is that true?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. So this move is going to be a powerful, powerful move for you, Victoria, and it's going to make a tremendous difference. The house will sell. When I see the offers come into the house, I'm just going to give you a heads up, because this is where in the envisioning process, we have the power to hold the vision very strongly. But if something doesn't go in the way you envision it, it's not for you to lose the direction of the vision. So I feel as if there's an offer that is placed on the house, and we get that offer. And then something happens, and we have another person who steps forward. So I feel as if someone who bids on the house and makes an offer and starts to go to contract, something gets changed, and then we have another offer, and that becomes the person who gets the house.
Okay, good.
All right, but it's quite an interesting journey that you're going to have. It's going to be a very good 2018. Now, in this moment, I'm asking everyone a question tonight, and you're the first one, so are you ready?
Right. Yes.
As we hold the vision and we wind down of this 2017 year, which we are starting to come into the closing months, what would you like to collaborate with in the universe? How shall we hold the vision and the intention with you, my dear?
Just for peace.
Okay.
Happiness and peace.
Happiness and peace. And so we will hold that vision with
for
you.
everyone to be kind. Kind to one another.
Kind to one another. Very important. Very, very important. And as we make that vision, we hold it out to you and to all on the planet. Thank you so much, Victoria, for following the show, and congratulations. I'm so excited for you and Tom. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you. Bye.
1 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you right here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go to Broward County, and I've got Steve on the line. Steve, how are you this evening?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing well. I got a smile on my face. That's about it.
Well, good. Well, a smile just radiates a lot of energy. So, Steve, will you be popping in Fort Lauderdale at the Broward County Convention Center this weekend?
Unfortunately, I can't because where I'm living has a little renovation going on, so I got to watch the dogs, unfortunately.
Oh, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. So, Steve, what is your question this evening?
Does Spirit have any messages for me regarding co-creation?
Yes. The first thing they talk to me about is, well, first of all, you can smile. That will definitely help. But to be specific with what you'd like to have, the exact job that you'd like to have, your specificity in this moment will be important so that you have the exact dollar amount that you're also creating. It's very important that you write yourself, well, let's tell you to write yourself a check. Steve, let's start with the first check being your weekly paycheck that you aspire to have and hold that vision. And then take a check and date it 2 years out from now and fill an amount and think big. Because you never know what can come your way. This is how we create. We hold the vision and we actually create and write things down so that we have what we want. And when you write that down, see yourself collecting that check and cashing that check and seeing it flow to you with ease and grace. There is a job coming that meets some of your criteria and your happiness and your financial request. It just seems elusive because nothing has come that's been consistent. Nothing has come that makes you feel as if you can settle in like an old easy chair and just start to feel comfortable and safe. But that's coming, Steve. There's a reason why you're on this planet, and there's a reason why you've been experiencing some turbulence, kind of like a plane that hit a couple of air pockets. And even though you feel like you're losing altitude, you always manage to come right back up, but not quite at the altitude you desire to coast at. You know when the pilot says we're cruising at this altitude and it's going to be a smooth flight to our destination, you're still looking to get that cruising altitude. It is coming, Steve, and as you hold the vision of what you want, be specific. You might think you know a different way of creating a job. There's so many jobs that you could do, but bits and pieces. You want it all, and you deserve to have it all. And the money's going to come just when you need it. It always does. But this time it's going to come and stay and be consistent. That's the vision that they have for you. They, just like my teacher invited me, to listen and to step into the energy and believe you have that opportunity as well. Step into the vision and truly believe that it's possible, because you will be the co-creator with the universe very soon. And just as soon as you finish all those oh God, I can't even say the word now. I have so many things running through my head, but as you restore the place where you live and those renovations, there we go, those renovations are there. Let me say this to you. You will be moving. Where you are is temporary. I know that there's another place coming for you, and I see deepening in relationship and growth in that as well. And the finances will make it easier for the both of you to have a better place to live. And eventually you will have an option to leave South Florida. It's not here yet, but you will have all those choices before you. So when you're on the crossroad of life, rather than watch the traffic go by, make a choice and pick a direction. Everything's going to fall into place beautifully, Steve. Thank you so much for your phone call. I trust I've been of service to you.
Yeah, I listened and I run with it as usual.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Steve. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and we're waiting for your call at 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go to Leslie. And Leslie, she's in Stewart. Leslie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm wonderful.
And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Okay, there's a couple of things. I am wondering about work. If you see me getting new clients, of course, making more money goes with that.
All right, let's start there.
Okay.
Let's start with your question, and I'm going to feed you your question back. Are you ready, Leslie?
I am
ready.
Do
you see yourself getting more clients?
Absolutely.
I do believe. Say it. I do believe. Okay? Okay. I feel like the Cowardly Lion. I do believe in spooks. I do, right?
I will say it.
But Leslie, let's look at this. You're building a business, yes?
Yes.
You're creating new relationships. And you know how business is built. The best way to build a business, are you ready? Is for people to refer you. Do you know that I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have people who referred me other people? There's no amount of advertising. There's no amount of infomercials or Facebook Live that can give me the solid following that I have if it wasn't for people who believed enough in their experience and they wanted to share it with another. And Leslie, Spirit tells me that you do everything with heart. And you're there for the people you assist in your day job and for the clients that you work with. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely.
And you believe in the energy that you represent, yes?
Yes.
And you finally, and they say finally, embrace your wonderful talents. Is that also true?
Yes.
And now look at you. You are right there doing the work that you always said you wanted to do. So now, when you walk out of the house every day, I want you to say, okay, universe, show me more. Show me more evidence that you're with me. Show me more clients. Show me more experiences and referrals of people who are connected to me and in alignment with me that I can assist. You see, the universe, they will not disappoint you because their job is to walk with you and to be with you and support something that's constructive and of service. So, Leslie, I'm going to tell you to do the same thing that Steve is supposed to do. I want you to write yourself a check. And I want you to write a check, and in the memo, I want you to put the amount of clients that you saw that equaled that check. And I want you to put it for the month. So for the month of, and write a date, month of December, you're going to post it out. I want you to write that you are receiving whatever the dollar amount, and in the memo for a total of 10 clients, 15 clients, 20 clients. So what are we co-creating with the universe? We're not a wallflower letting things just pass us by or happen to come our way. We are creating with the energy that is us, and we're bringing it in, and we are creating the amount of people that we will see. We are creating the dollar amount that we will generate towards us. And we are doing it with the universe and our intention. And this is going to bring a picture-perfect result for you.
Perfect.
And that's going to make a big difference for you. And I see increase coming to you in the second week of November. There is increase. They go to me this November 2nd to November 7th. That's like a window of a shift that comes for you. You had another question about what? Relationship? Were you going to ask me about that? Yes.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, Lord.
I was.
What do we want to know about that? I don't know. Oh, Lord. This looks scary to me. Go ahead.
Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Well,
what's the question?
No, I am dating someone now. I do have his birth date now, but I'm sort of feeling that somebody else is coming. But let me give you his birth date. We'll go from there.
Well, you're not going to push him out of the passenger's seat while you're driving on 95 or anything, right? I mean, it doesn't mean someone else is coming and you're throwing someone else in the front seat, right? You just have a feeling that there'll be another choice. I'm teasing you. So when is his birthday?
Okay, it's April 6th, 1960.
Okay. How's that going for you? You know, it's a very dynamic relationship. I mean, his personality has many, many facets. He is intuitive in his own way. He has a lot of strengths. But he's working on something. There's something that he's trying to create for himself as well. And I don't know that he's as available for you as you would like him to be. Does that make sense to you, my dear?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing a little emotional shut-off. I'm feeling a little chill in him. So I don't feel like he's as warm as you are. But I feel that his intelligence, and he seems to be versatile in many things, seems to intrigue you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So the question is, will this last? There lies the answer. You will find more out about this relationship when I take you into the December month, because there seems to be some changes that are coming up for both of you individually, and collectively we'll see how it impacts the relationship. I know you feel in your energy and your sense that you see someone else coming, another choice. It is not to focus your intention on what you believe could be coming. It is to fully live present in the moment. And in the moment of now, if you feel that this is a complementary vibrational match, then stay the course for now. If someone else is to emerge, they will. I'm not feeling that in your energetic field in this 2017 year. There's a lesson and a test and an experience that is to be had with this gentleman born on the 6th day of the 4th month. And this will be a powerful connection for you if you allow it. You two will learn a great deal from each other.
Okay.
All right? No resistance on this one. Just let it play out. We've been together for what, about 2 months now? 3 months? Yes, the time is short, yes?
It's been short because I met him at work, but we've been only dating for about a month.
Okay. And you met him before that, right? So you've began chatting maybe 2-3 months ago, and it wrapped up into a relationship? Okay, great. Yeah. This is what I feel. I feel that it's going to, for lack of a better word, percolate, and let's see how the coffee turns out, all right?
Okay.
All right. Leslie, thank you so much for your question. I greatly appreciate it, and I trust that I've been of service to you.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome, and if you can, come to the New Life Expo, because I'll be there all weekend. I do believe that's where I met you once, yes?
Yes, it is. That's when we first met.
That's when we first met at the New Life Expo in Fort Lauderdale. So thank you so much, Leslie, for following the show and calling into the show, and God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, that's right. This weekend, I'm going to be at the New Life Expo at the Broward County Convention Center all day from 10 to 7 p.m. I'm going to have a booth. You'll be able to sample and test some of my products. And I'll be doing some spiritual sessions, little mini sessions, just you and I, sitting behind the booth in a little private table and exploring what life has to offer. So if you've always wanted an in-person session with me, Sarah Spiritual, and you are in the Fort Lauderdale area, the Miami area, or heck, come on down from West Palm Beach. If you haven't had the opportunity to visit me at my center in West Palm, then take a ride on a beautiful Saturday or Sunday afternoon and visit me at the New Life Expo at the Broward County Convention Center. Go to newlifeexpo.com. The tickets are only $15 for the day. And guess what? I'm going to be teaching classes, and they're free. You can walk around the expo, meet other speakers, experience the wonderful booths and all the talent that'll be there. And then at noon on Saturday, I'm going to be on a panel. Crazy universe. It is a crazy universe. Lord knows what crazy questions we're going to be answering. And I'll be there with my friend Michelle White Dove. And we're going to be answering questions and kind of fielding what the universe has in store for all of us. It's bound to be a very fun hour from 12 to 1. And then I'll be right back to my booth, doing sessions with all of you until 4 o'clock. On Saturday and Sunday, I'll be teaching a class, teaching how decrees can shift and change your life. I'll also be working with you to assist you on the journey of creating and collaborating with the universe so that you can have everything you desire. Sunday is also going to be another fabulous class. We're going to work with the violet ray of energy and transform and clear your energy and get rid of some karma. You got some karma cords going on? You wondering why you're having a little rough time? We're going to go over a lot of that at the class as well. Free classes, lots of fun, and one-to-one sessions with me, Sarah Spiritual, at the New Life Expo. I do hope you join me. 10 to 7 on Saturday, and I believe it's 10 to 6 on Sunday. Visit newlifeexpo.com, and in our 7 o'clock hour, I'm going to have the person who's put it all together, the fabulous Mark Becker. He's going to be calling in, and we're going to be talking all about the expo. Well, we have phone calls at 1-888-565-1470. And I've got just a moment, but I'm feeling an urge to just pick up a call for just a minute. Let's see what's going on in Georgia. What do you think? I've got Sherry, and Sherry, she's on the line in Georgia. Now, I should know not to give Sherry just a couple of minutes on air before we go to commercial. But Sherry, what's your question for Spirit and I?
Can you hear me, Sarah?
I hear you loud and clear. Sherry, what's your question? You've got 2 minutes, my dear.
How's my JOB looking?
Ah, the JOB? The one where you get a little testy and temperamental?
Well, I'm the paper girl, and I'm very happy to be the paper girl.
Yes, yes. You know what? You have, they tell me you've exercised control, and that you've built some relationships and an understanding between you and the supervisor, the manager. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're feeling more comfortable, and by golly, I don't think you think everyone's out to get you. Is that true?
Thank you, Sarah.
Good, good. I feel that this is a great job for you. This is a great stepping stone. I know you have aspirations for your music, but we do need to make some money for now.
Mm-hmm,
and this is a great solution. And I have to applaud you because Spirit's going, phew, thank God she kept her mouth shut. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you learn to bite your tongue?
I did what you said.
You kept your mouth shut.
No ripples.
Don't cause no ruffles and ripples. Yeah, ruffles and ridges. Yes, that would be what you have done in the past. Don't look for everyone to justify everything. Just stick your nose down and do the job for now. And be true to yourself. And learn patience and tolerance of others. It's actually very important for the music business, so you're going to need that. So, Sherry, I am so happy for you and so proud of you. And I applaud you. And thank you so much for listening to the show in Georgia. I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. God bless you. You too. Bye. 1-888-565-1470 right here on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, well, we're going to go visit Facebook. We're going to see what's going on Facebook, and we're going to be answering your calls. We've got calls in Texas. We've got calls in West Palm Beach. Are you going to join us? Join the conversation. We are collaborating with the universe. Psst, just you and me. Come on, let's have some fun. Stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Only
relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. So contact Sarah for a personal reading. Call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Hi, I'm Jenna Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling, I hope you had a feeling too. To tune into our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSCR.
Oh, that's amazing. You know what? I think we should listen to it all the time.
To my feelings. Okay. Let's get into Sarah Spiritual right now.
Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Meantime Healing Center at 561-571-2204. Located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton, Meantime Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, the Life Plaza, West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Taking over-the-counter or prescription drugs unnecessarily is a drag, whereas feeling great like you used to is the way it ought to be. Learn how to feel, function, and perform to your full health potential. Tune into the Dr. Bob Martin Show, Sunday morning at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN. Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
Opinions expressed in the following not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Another interactive hour of uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by Expedito Enlightenment Center, 3 Light Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen to Coleman and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook and share the love and light.
Yes, indeed. I am that I am. And so are you. We are all connected here perfectly on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to connect with you right here live at 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that connects us all. And we're going to go to West Palm Beach. I've got Tanika on the line. Tanika, how are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tanika. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I'm just calling because I wanted to know, when am I going to have stability in my life again? I've been moving all over the place, and I just want to have my own home and be at a place of peace again.
You know, they're making me aware of the past 4 years have been a bit of a roller coaster for you. Does that make sense to you? I'm going back to 2013. Does that connect with you, that timeline?
Yes.
Okay. Definitely. And there seems to be shift and change that kind of took you out of whack. Does that make sense to you? And I'm seeing inconsistent financial rewards. Like, I don't feel the flow of money coming in either, the way you count on it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And there was a period of a break of employment or such, yes? Or a lessening of the hours. Is that correct?
Definitely break of employment.
Okay.
Absolutely no employment.
Yes, because I see they kind of take a twig from me and they snap it like something broke, and you have yet to recoup from that experience. Is that also true?
Yes. When you use the word recoup, I got sick, and that's where you're picking up broke.
Yes.
And it snapped.
Okay. And interestingly enough, they're also telling me something about study. Is there something you want to study or go to school for?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to continue education.
I see us going back to school, not at this moment, and I can't say in time for January, but when I fast forward into the 2018 year and I take you towards that end of the spring, I see us going to a class, but a program. Is there a program you want to continue in your education?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So this continuing education, this program, this will get you a certificate or the ability to do a particular task. Is that also correct?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
And this is something that you feel will be something you'll enjoy, but also you're looking at it as it's going to be a little more financially rewarding than what you've been doing, yes?
Yes.
Because that's been a train wreck, I got to tell you. Like, you're just like running around from little job to little job, and there's nothing that's of substance. Is that also true?
Yes.
And you've got a lot of responsibility for someone like yourself. You know that.
I do.
You do.
I do.
You do. Well, Spirit takes me into this month of November, December. They take me in that time frame. They tell me that you're building up. First of all, they talk about stamina. Are you still very weak and tired from this health crisis that they tell me about?
Very weak and tired.
Very weak
I just had a blood infusion transfusion a couple of days ago.
Okay. So I've got this lethargic feeling around you. So I feel as if you're still having a little bit more time that you need to rest. And then in the month of November into December, this 5-week period they give me, they make me aware that you're back on track, but we're still recouping. And in this time, and I know that might sound scary to you, but in this time, it's a perfect time for you to do the vision of what you want your life to be. And in the stillness, all will be well. You will be surprised what will fall into place to make sure that you're okay. Because I understand there's a fear, there's an angst, there's a worry. That's true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Not to worry, they say. Everything will fall into place perfectly, just when you least expect it. Now, if you were to envision your life, well, first of all, you never thought you'd be this young age and going through quite so much trouble, yes?
Exactly.
Body failed you, yes?
Yes.
It's temporary.
Yes.
You know, there was a lack of feeling supported for many, many years leading up to this malfunction in the physical body. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Yes. And so you were tired. And you wanted to quit.
Yes.
But you weren't really going to quit. But the body said, oh, we're out. Time out.
Yep.
Man down. And you had to rest. And now it's for you to love self. That's something that's very interesting for you. You're not loving self. But when I look at that energy around you, if I may. I see magnificent light. I see the energy that will transform everything that you want, and everything are all important to you. Everything that's on your top list of things you want to have happen, that's what I see. It's going to take a little time. And you have to believe. And you have to believe you deserve to have it all. So let's do a little exercise, shall we?
Yes.
In the moment of now, repeat after me, in the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
Everything I desire.
Everything I desire.
Is aligning with me.
Is aligning with me.
I am co-creating.
I am co-creating.
With the universe.
With the universe.
I have God and the angels by my side.
I have God and the angels by my side.
I am a woman of health.
I am a woman of health.
I am a woman of love.
I am a woman of love.
I am a woman of light.
I am a woman of light.
And I can do anything.
And I can do anything.
Hold the vision, my dear. How did that feel to say that?
Powerful.
Powerful. And you know that power came from you.
Thank you.
You did it. You have the power to heal yourself as well.
Yes.
Imagine that every blood cell is infused with specks of light, streaming through the blood, filling it and illuminating it, disconnecting it from everything that is less than perfect, and allowing those little pesky imperfections, those imbalances of those blood cells, those white and red blood cells that are definitely acting up. Just seeing them going back to balance, restored to the original perfected state. And as we speak these words, see those aspects of imperfections just flowing through the stream of blood and just being flushed out of the system. Lucky for us, we have many organs that assist us with that. You see, the body is created perfectly, and everything can do its job. It's not for you to worry. And you do have some support. You're not as alone as you feel.
Thank you.
All right. How did you hear about the show, Tanika?
A girlfriend of mine here in West Palm Beach goes to you, and she kept referring me. And I said, okay, I will definitely come see you and call in today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for following the prompting. And you see, just like I followed the prompting of listening to my teacher and entertaining some of his what appeared to be craziness, you just never know when something's going to pop up that's going to make it all click. So I sincerely hope that I've been of some service to you, Tanika. Change is coming. Yeah. All right? You're welcome,
Thank
honey.
you.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you right in here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we're speaking with all of you. I've got to go to Texas. And in Texas, I've got Roger on the line. Roger, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Roger. Sounds like we're navigating some bumps in the road. What's going on?
Yes. So I've been exploring and doing my homework for what you've provided of assistance to me, and a lot of the things that you've said are starting to align. Last week I had a final interview for a job that didn't work out, but within a day or two, internally it was announced that we would be expanding our company was going to have some realignment, which is what you had kind of told me a couple months ago. So I just wanted to see where I'm at in terms of like that growth and career opportunity that I've been looking for.
So when I look at that expansion, Roger, and I see them spreading out to a different department or a different division, taking on a new project in the company, is that correct?
Yes.
And when I see that expansion and I see the people that they align, they need someone who's going to oversee a few departments, because there are 3 departments that seem to touch each other, one of which is this new division or this new project. Like there'll be some overlap in the work. That's how Spirit gives it to me. So I feel like they're going to need some more supervisory positions filled, managerial positions.
Mm-hmm.
So there's opportunity for you to grow there and sustain and maintain yourself a bit longer. I know it's not the primary goal for you. I know we're looking for change and change to kind of take you up and out. But at this minute, the job is doing the trick, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So in the moment of now, we're grateful. Lord knows we're grateful. Yes. But we know that there's something bigger for us. It just hasn't showed up yet. Follow the road of expansion. Throw your hat into the ring for a position that encompasses some of the work you do, but also draws forth some of the talents that you have yet to use at this position that you have. And utilize it there for now. This job is serving a purpose. Things will continue to align as we move through this year. There's great expansion coming for you. For you, not their company. You, my friend. So stay the course. Stay in the envisioning of what you desire. And you will be leaving that area. It's just the time has not opened up yet. We're waiting for the portal of energy to open so that you can move through a transition with very few bumps in the road. It's one that's meant to have a sense of joy and freedom, not something that's meant to weigh you down. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. So hold on to that vision. Expansion and increase in finances come to you. And Roger, is there a bonus plan that this company offers you?
Yeah.
Are you eligible for this bonus?
For next year. I don't know if they're, with this realignment, if they're going to move it up or not. I just had a meeting with my boss today on development.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. They haven't shared much on what's to come on this new realignment.
Well, I see money coming to you. I do see a bonus. So let's hold the vision, shall we, my dear? Let's hold the vision, Roger, that we receive that bonus in this 2017 year. No sense pushing it out too far into 2018. Don't you agree?
Yes.
I see the money coming. So that's all we need to see. We see it in the energetic field. We see it flowing to you. Stand with open arms and envision it flowing into your hands. Every last dollar. Yours, yours, yours. All you deserve. Instantly have it happen. It'll come. And if they change the structure, makes no difference to me, then some other form of money will flow right into your hands. That's the great part about collaborating with the universe. You put it out and you ask for it in some form of specificity. But if the universe wants to trump your plan and bring you something even better, or knows that the free will of another is not in alignment with your vision, they will find a way to get it to you anyhow. It's all in the envisioning. And you do deserve it. You've worked very hard. This makes sense to you, Roger? Yes?
Yes, it does.
There'll be 2 more meetings with the boss. I see another person in the meeting with the boss at the next time. There's a strategy team that has to be put in place, yes?
Yes.
And your input will be very important. This is how they show it to me. So you'll move forward. They trust you. It's taken a bit of time, but they trust you. So we're going to hold on to that. Yeah, they're a little tough to warm up, but Lord knows we've been envisioning them as warm as honey. So let's see what happens next. You've done a great job, my dear, in holding the course, and thank you so much for following the show all the way from Texas. We greatly appreciate your support of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets us right here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I've got Denise, and Denise, she's in Pembroke Pines. Denise, how are you this evening?
Good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. And how can Spirit assist you?
Well, first I want to tell you thank you that you had said at September, October, business would pick up, and it definitely is doing that. So thank you. It is working. One of my concerns is someone who works for me. You don't know if these people are actually your friends or not friends. And I know a long time ago you did say something to be a little weary, and I'm not sure that it still does. I want to see if it still holds true.
Well, first of all, follow your intuition. Remember, it's not just what you're guided to hear in a conversation that's spiritual. It's also for you to draw your own conclusion. But when you began to mention the story, I went, a leopard doesn't change its spots. So the person seems to have two faces to them. And I kind of heard my father talking when you were talking, and my father said, you know what, where you eat. Work is not a place to really build too many friendships, because familiarity can breed contempt. It's important that we keep a distance there, and the person who works for you is the employee. So even though we're fortunate enough to meet wonderful people at work, sometimes we want to keep that distance. And I see that sometimes this person who's working with you, I feel as if she has a difference of opinion, and it's almost like a horse when you're riding it, and then he begins to act up and kick up, and you feel like you're going to get thrown from the horse. I feel like she feels like she has to exercise her power because she has some experience, and so sometimes she doesn't feel that you're hearing her. Is that also true?
Yeah, because at one point the roles were changed where she was my boss and now I'm hers, and you know, it's like we're of the same age, and you know, she tends to think this is her business, and kind of tells people that, and it's like, okay, we have to kind of hold back a little bit here, and I hold my tongue, believe me.
Right. Well, you hold your tongue, but there is an agreement that the two of you are some type of partner, yes, even though she might not have a financial vested interest, yes?
She has an agreement, and my son kind of null and void one of them, and she was supposed to sign another one and refusing to do it, but yes, there is an agreement in place, but,
You know, she may say it's her business, but, you know, people can see beyond that. And the only thing that really hurts is your pride. It's okay.
Okay.
You know, they say the meek will inherit the earth. Sometimes we just have to be humble and let someone else take some credit. It's not about us. If they feel the need to make it a me show, then so be it. But for you, my dear, stay the course. She does need to sign that document in order to stay employed with you, though. That is important.
Yeah.
If she refuses to sign, then that is your reason for termination, you see.
Right.
And it's a time for you to look to see who else you can line up in that position. Consult someone who knows the legalities behind, because I don't know the other document that you had her sign and what she feels she's entitled to. But I do see that there's a partnership, and there's an unspoken agreement. And whatever was spoken between the two of you, she seems to have taken it and run with it, and taken it a little too literally. So it's best to reword and rephrase the picture and redo it. This will help you. Okay. All right? It'll be fine.
And one other...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. And I know I've asked you a couple of weeks ago about this, but... I'm still concerned about my husband.
Yes.
His diagnosis is terminal, but the disease is terminal, but he's not terminal. And I know you don't have a timeline. I'm going to pause you.
No, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to pause you. Okay. Life is terminal. We have a beginning and an end, honey.
I know.
And people choose the way they want to exit the planet. They really do. Long before we come to the earth, but sometimes things catch us by surprise. Do not focus on that word. Focus on the moment of the life and the breath of life. It is not to give power to the disease. There are many people who suffer from what is termed to be a terminal illness, and they live for a very long time. Look at the story of my teacher. He was in the hyperbaric chamber. He was supposed to die very soon. And he lived for almost another full 7 years.
Wow.
Healed. You see, the body has the power to heal. So you tell your husband if he chooses to have a disease in his body, he can tell it to take a back seat and just stay there inactive. He has the power to deactivate that disease in the body. We all do. See him completely healed. Don't give that power, because I don't see that happening right now.
Okay.
All right, my dear.
Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
You too. Thanks, Sarah. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you right here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, live on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and heard live at 1100 AM in Atlanta. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to take more calls. And I know Facebook's got quite a bit happening. I've got Vanessa. I've got Angela Gonzalez. We've got quite the list of people who are just popping on. Carolina Garcia. We've got friends who are sharing with us on Facebook, and I hope you pop on and watch us live on Facebook or watch me live on Periscope. We're all in this together, the journey of life, and we are collaborating with the universe and co-creating. So let's co-create a universal commercial break, and then we're going to be right back.
If your loved ones who are deceased are among you, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had a feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay. Let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor in media. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Yes, indeed. Those characters, they're changing water into wine because that's part of the envisioning. Don't you know that Master Jesus was a master alchemist? That's what we're all learning to do here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Change water into wine, but change your vision into what you desire. And we're connecting to all of you here live on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and Love being heard on 1100 AM in Atlanta. And if you're still driving home, maybe you've hit a little traffic, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. I'd love if you pick up the phone. Yes, you. Come on. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number that gets you right here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. But I've got to go to Fort Lauderdale, and I hope whoever's in Fort Lauderdale pops on over to see me at the New Life Expo this weekend at the Broward County Convention Center and has a free class with me, Sarah Spiritual, and pops by for a mini spiritual reading. Let's go to Fort Lauderdale now and see what's going on with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, how are you this evening?
Hi, Sarah. I'm pretty good.
Good.
I'm really excited. I got on live.
You got on live. Yes, you did. You made it. Were you on hold for a while navigating that busy signal? It gets a little interesting here. But Elizabeth, how can we assist you tonight?
Well, you know, Sarah, being a spiritual person as well, I wanted to ask you, you know, I always hear a lot of feedback with me starting my business.
Okay.
Some people are like, go on YouTube.
Well, I've got some instant message from Spirit. But let me say this before you say anything. You are walking the journey of your soul. You truly believe that. Is that true?
Yes.
And you are here to be of service to others, yes?
Yes.
And you teach them and you help them align with their spirit. That's something that you do, yes?
Yes.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, yes?
Yes, I do a lot of mindfulness. I do like inspirational messages.
Exactly. So I've got all of that energy. So we're getting people to center themselves and be connected with their divine self. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. So we're hearing the chatter of others, but let's hear the chatter of Spirit. So you see yourself as a way shower, a light keeper. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, yes.
You do. We will go with that because when you look in the mirror, you see someone who has a journey, a destiny to fulfill. And maybe in the envisioning process, you don't quite have everything in place yet. But there's this energy quelling up inside of you that says, yes, indeed, I need to do something more. Now, you may have the advice of others as to ways that you can connect with more people. That seems to be part of the counseling you're getting from others, yes?
Yes, it's do Facebook Live, do Instagram Live, do YouTube, and I'm all for marketing, but I'm partially in the closet with a lot of my gifts.
Okay. Well, let's get you out of the closet, okay? Unless you want to go shoe shopping with me and look at all the shoes I have in my closet, but let's...
I know.
All right. So who inside of you, what aspect of you doesn't feel secure with the soul self that you are to burst out of the closet and say, I've got to be me? That insecurity or that aspect of self that doesn't feel good enough or worthy or has been meant to feel as if it might not be accepted, whatever the insecurity or the fear or the doubt is, that's the aspect of self that you want to have a conversation with. Because when you sit within self and you recognize the divine being that you are, honey, there's no shutting you up. It's what will people think? You're not here to influence the naysayers. You're here to lead the people who are open and receptive and want to experience a different way of being and a shift in consciousness, and that align themselves with your methodology to get someone there. And what works for you and for few may not work for everybody, but that's okay. That's why we all have free will, and that's why we're all unique. So some people will align with you and some won't. Some will like it, some won't. Who cares?
I appreciate that. And what's crazy is that I heard you singing while I was waiting all this time. And I'm like, what a great voice. And I've been having dreams where people are telling me or coming to see me sing like on like a center stage, like in a, like where people go for concerts, like a concert stage. And so I feel that's a part of the soul journey, and
is your music. Is your music.
Your voice, I'm like, please teach me how to sing.
And you know what, sweetheart? We can do that. Because, and remember, I couldn't sing. You know, if you've heard my story, I was tone deaf. I was off pitch. But I believed in my being that I could sing. So I taught myself to sing. But what you're hearing on air, and I don't know if everyone who listens to the show realizes that is actually the songwriting process. That is not a pre-recorded happening. That is something that is organically happening while I sit at my baby grand piano in my house with my iPhone. Those songs were written. That's a one-shot wonder. I can never repeat it again unless I go and learn the song. So it is allowing the spirit to flow through me. And my vocal quality actually changes. It's different when I go on stage in a nightclub and I sing. I sound great. But when I let spirit come through me, and the vibration changes the tonality of my voice, it even touches more people's soul than just my regular singing voice. So it's being open to spirit, and it's allowing myself to come out of the closet. I'm out of the closet. Come on.
Woo!
From a corporate environment, listen, from a corporate environment to knowing nothing of this, Who moves to a state she knows no one and opens a center? Only a crazy woman, or a woman who feels the push of her soul that there's a purpose and a passion, and she just goes for it and throws caution to the wind. You know how many caution to the winds I've thrown since I've opened that center? It gets crazy. And sometimes I look at the actuality behind it and I go, eek, what have I done? But you know what? There's always a wind that carries me to the next opportunity, even when it looks a little bumpy. So start with what makes you comfortable. If YouTube isn't comfortable, or maybe Facebook Live is not comfortable because it's actually live. Maybe YouTube to record something and then decide if you're comfortable with it would be a great way to start. And you can post that on your Facebook page. Perhaps it's your daily messages or some insight with you. Perhaps it's a letter that you write and then you read it. It's whatever floats your boat. It's an opportunity for you to be one and to allow the angels to channel through you. Because you are the voice of the angels. You connect with the angels are with you. Archangel Michael stands beside you. There's a strong healing power of energy of the Archangel Raphael. So you've got this energy moving forward, and you're living a past life. There's a past life remembering that you're living to completion that was not able to be completed in a past life.
I didn't know. And one, well, I remember several of my past lives, but this is, but I'm cutting it short. And what my last, I think my almost very last one, I committed suicide because I was raped. And so I ended up in this life with 3 of the people I knew in that lifetime, and they ended up being my 2 sisters and my mother.
And we heal those relationships. And now whatever you cut out of that life, you're getting to heal and to bring forth the light to heal others. Very powerful time for you. And you are also part of the Lemurian community. So you have come back to fulfill more destiny than you realize. But it's starting baby steps. Baby steps. And I will be in Fort Lauderdale all day Saturday and Sunday. So I don't see any reason why, do you, that you couldn't come by?
I am. I believe it or not, I felt under the weather, and I remember, well, okay, long story short, I got a New Life Expo magazine, everyone, and that was Monday, and on the very back cover of the magazine is Sarah Spiritual, your huge ad, and I'm like, oh, I remember you from one of Michael Murdad's conferences,
yes.
And I was already booked for a festival this Saturday. Well, lo and behold, I came down not feeling good Tuesday, and I reflected, and I said, my energy is not connecting with what's going on at this other festival. I'm canceling, wiping my my whole calendar for the weekend, and going on Sunday to see you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Immediately, that's what I'm like. I'm supposed to be in Fort Lauderdale at New Life Expo on Sunday, and I will be seeing you.
And I look forward to that. It's such a great connection when we follow the prompting of the soul. And, I flipped over the front of the cover. I didn't even realize that my name was on the front of the cover till today because I was just so busy prepping for the expo. I was like, wait a minute. And my media person, Tony, says, do you realize your name's on the front of the cover? And I went, really? I was, you're kidding.
Yes.
And it is. And I was so excited to hear that because, Mark Becker, and he's going to be on the show. He's going to be calling in a minute. But Mark Becker has been running the New Life Expo for years. And I've been a part of it in Fort Lauderdale when he came up to West Palm Beach. And I've even flown to New York to be a part of the expo. And it's a great place for people to connect. And it's a wonderful way for us all to grow. And I've met a lot of my students. The people who are part of some of my programs, I met at the New Life Expo. We formed long-lasting friendships and connections, and we've built and all grown from each other. So I welcome you to our community.
Thank you. And I actually met Mark on Monday, and when I met him, I just felt so comfortable, so connected right away. And that does not happen all the time, people, in many, many, many years of my lifetime.
Yes, yes.
So I immediately knew, and I was thinking, there's people in the New Life Yoga and Conscious Living Expo this Saturday and Sunday. It's a 2-day event that I just have to go. Like, I'm a serious, this is the spiritual journey. This is the place to be this weekend.
It is.
This is the energy. This is the energy I'm drawn to, and I have very, very, very high energy.
You do. And you know what's interesting, Elizabeth, is this is the energy that the planet needs. The gathering of the sourcing of light for everyone to come together and to share that light and share the gift of love and to just, dance in the energy. And we have a lot of fun. I know I do a lot of readings when I'm there. So, but we do have a lot of fun. We meet a lot of interesting people, and some of my staff will be there assisting us at the center, and you'll be able to sample some of my products and sprays and learn all about the work we've done at the center that I've been at now for almost 11 years. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for calling in. Your energy is on track. Get out of the closet. It's time to come out. Pick an area that feels comfortable for you. Move that forward first. And then just wait. The universe will align everything you need for a spectacular coming out party.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. And be sure to continue to listen to the show because your friend Mark Becker will be on in just a little bit. Thank you, honey.
I know. I'm on Facebook Live. See you all.
All right. Bye. Thank you. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number to call on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines because I've got to go back to Texas, but I've got someone else in Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. I've got Tanya on the line. Tanya, how are you this evening?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Tanya. And how can I assist you in this evening?
I wanted to see if my spirit guide had a message for me.
Okay. You have some paperwork in front of you or contracts that you're negotiating or some legal document that's around you at this time, please?
I do not. Okay. I have a spiral in my lap with some genealogy in it.
Well, I don't mean at this very moment, but is there something in your plans that's legal or something that you're wrapping up or beginning? Because I'm seeing legal documents, a contract, an agreement, something that has an official stamp on it. Is there anything that you're working on?
Okay.
They say yes. They say yes.
My building, but
okay. Is there some coding or something that has to be filed or something? I'm seeing a legal document here. All right.
There may be, yes.
Okay, so I've got legal documents around you. I actually have three. I have three documents, 1, 2, 3, and they kind of come one right after the other, but they do involve money. So I don't know if it has to do with the building, so we're going to hold that space. It may unfold, and you may learn a little bit more. You've been also working very intently. Intently is the word in the healing energy with the Archangel Raphael and all of your guides for healing. Is that also true?
Yes.
And you've been deepening that connection, yes?
Yes.
And you also have an awareness of the past life remembering. You've been doing some past life remembering in the dream state or in the meditative state. I'm seeing the flow of past lives coming to you. Is that also correct?
Yes.
And you're being guided to complete some missions yourself in this lifetime. Is that also true?
I would say yes.
There's a strong medicine woman who's working with you right now. There's the energy of an Indian medicine woman that's been working with you. Have you been drawn to the herbs and the understanding of herbs and herbology?
Yeah, I've been reading up on it because it's a direction that I'm very interested in.
Well, I see her bringing some knowledge to you, the remembering of the knowledge that she had in this lifetime. So you'll continue to be prompted. You're being prompted by that Indian spirit guide. So make a note of that. What is your question for me, my dear?
Oh, here's one of my questions. When I am studying or sometimes just sitting around, I disappear. And like my family can talk to me and it's like I'm not here. Where am I?
Well, you are still there. Your higher self is stepping in so that you are more in tune with the masters, but your physical being is still there. It's like we hit the pause button. You're not really going far. It's just like when I do a session with someone. I step aside so my higher self can do the conversation. Just like the people here in the radio station seem to think I'm completely here. I'm not. But that's okay. They think I'm really here. I'm not. It's just their imagination. It's the spirit that steps in and allows it to flow through me because I'm an open vessel for that. And I can also tell, and even people who listen to the show, you can always tell when one of my different spirit guides kind of pushes their way through, because even the way I phrase a sentence or the definitions of the words that I use, it's different language than I normally use. Even the enunciation begins to change. It's all about the spirit guide stepping in. And so that's you allowing the spirit to come, but you just kind of step aside. You're not really going anywhere. Wouldn't it be lovely if you're going on a vacation? But you are. But you do have a vacation coming up anyhow, so that's all good.
I do.
You do. Spirit says she's going on vacation anyhow, so what's she worried about? So just stay the course. You know, they're taking you to a higher level, a higher dimension, increasing your frequency, recalibrating the vibrational patterning in you. So there's quite a bit of happening going on. So if you're feeling aches and pains and then they disappear, if you're getting headaches or pressure on the head, sinuses get clogged and then it goes away, these are some of the symptoms of what you're experiencing as a result of them recalibrating what's going on with you.
Completely makes sense.
All right. Perfect, my dear. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And what are we collaborating for you this night, Tanya? What would you like to co-create with the universe?
Oh, my goodness. My thought process, something that has hit me, has been the letting go of ego in so many different directions, and being more aware of myself letting go and letting it become easier to let go. That's kind of where I'm at.
Perfect.
And speaking with my children about it.
There's a daughter you seem to speak to a lot, yes?
2.
There's one that seems to be holding that energy with you a little bit more, yes?
Yes.
Yes. They say the spiritual one, yes? The one you're counseling, yes?
Yes.
Because as you were speaking before, I have the word daughter here on the paper because that seems to be part of this collaboration process for you. You two did know each other in another life. This is a reliving of some of the experiences from before.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So we will hold the vision of your letting go, as they say in the song Frozen, let it go, and being still and being aware and removing the personality long enough to really feel the energy of God. Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you, Sarah. You have a wonderful evening.
You too. God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number to call. And we're going to go to Shanita, and she's in Atlanta. Shanita, how are you tonight?
Hi.
Hi, and how are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good, and how can Spirit and I assist you as we begin to close our hour? We've got just a couple of minutes.
I was just calling because I just had like a rough day at work, not feeling
appreciated. Yes, I know. That's what they tell me. She doesn't feel appreciated. She doesn't think it's worth all the headache she goes through for that job. And you wanted to just walk out, didn't you?
Yeah.
You were ready to go. Then you said, oh, no, little girl, you sit yourself right down and you stay right there. You know, honey, you're going through some growing pains as well. I know that things are not where you want them to be at this moment. And it's not really the job for you. Is that true? But we're doing it because that's what's in front of us, correct?
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes, okay.
That's okay. This is temporary, but be in gratitude for the position that you do have because it facilitates the existence of life, yes?
Yes.
It is truly facilitating you. This job is temporary, not temporary because they say, you're out. I've got you on a temporary plan because I'm seeing a different position, a different opportunity. You're considering looking for another job, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, you are. That's what they're telling me. And there is another job opportunity coming for you. But I feel that you close out this 2017 year with your current job. So let's put you at a little more peace before I close out this hour, shall we? Repeat after me. In the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
I am at peace.
I am at peace.
I am with the angels.
I am with the angels.
And the Creator.
And the Creator.
And I can connect to all of my desires.
And I can connect with all my desires.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am light.
I am light.
I am love.
I am loved.
And I am at peace.
And I am at peace.
All right, honey. Hold that vibration. And thank you so much for calling us this evening on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. I trust we'll hear from you again next week. God bless you, honey. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to take a minute to go to our sponsors. And if you're listening in Atlanta at 1100 a.m., then pop on over to 1470 a.m. and join the conversation and stay with us. Don't go away, everyone, because you know we're going to be right back.
Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is coming. I Will Advisors has all the education you need to make an informed decision about your plan for you and your family. I Will Advisors specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs at an affordable rate. Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM WNN.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session. Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had the feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune into our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the third hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed, I am spiritually speaking to all of you here live on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, The Talk. And I am connecting to all of you here live. Call in at 1-888-565-1470. That's the tone that you have to call to get into all of us. And we're going to make connections all across the United States tonight. And we are talking to all of you. And all of you are giving us your questions, and Spirit giving you your answers. So we're going to go back to the phone lines in a moment. But earlier, you heard me speaking about the New Life Expo. Yes, indeed, I'm going to be there all weekend with 100 other speakers and fabulous exhibitors. And we're going to be shining the light in Fort Lauderdale at the Broward County Convention Center. And I'm such a lucky girl. I have the organizer, the creator of the New Life Expo, holding on the phone lines. Mark, you're on live with me, Sarah Spiritual. Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. How are you?
I am incredible. Awesome. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. And I know it's such a busy time for you. So thank you so much for taking the time to come and be on the show for just a few minutes and tell everyone what they can expect this year, this fall of 2017 at the New Life Expo. Share with us what's coming up.
Well, we came back to the Broward Convention Center, like you said, which for those that have never been there, it is 1950 Eisenhower Boulevard. It's right by the piers in Fort Lauderdale. So it'll be this weekend, October 14th and 15th, and it's all day from 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So you'll be able to experience speakers, exhibitors from around the world in holistic health, alternative medicine, metaphysics, spirituality, human potential, environment. Also, besides lectures, we have 4 lectures every hour. And Sarah will be doing one on Saturday and one on Sunday. We have a Strange Universe panel with people from out of this world on Saturday. In fact, one of those people is Sarah. We have 2 yoga classes every hour and a half, and every hour and a half for both days. And pre-registration is closing soon. So if people want to pre-register and see the whole schedule and the whole program, just go to www.newlifeexpo.com, NEWLIFEEXPO.com. And if you pre-register, believe it or not, for one day, $15. For 2 days, only $20. Only $20. It's unreal. I mean, it's $20 to take one yoga class. Here for $20, you can take 10 or 12 yoga classes and see a zillion lectures and exhibitors, and we have music going on all weekend.
All weekend, yes, so and it plays continually. It's so weekend. Beautiful. Yes.
No, it's a weekend. To me, it's like a smorgasbord of, it's like a Disneyland of health, meaning that everything you wanted to try or experience, you can do this in one weekend. You can go from lecture to lecture. You can go from class to class. You can go from exhibit to exhibit. Better than Match.com. You'll meet so many people that are into what you're into. So, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of conscious learning. It's a lot of playing. And it's very inexpensive.
It is.
But go to newlifeexpo.com and pre-register and get that price. I mean, that's a great price.
And you have a great collection of like-minded people. And so cute that you matched up with Match.com, right? Think about that. It is your own version of Match.com because you'll bring vibrationally matched people to this expo, and you have the wonderful collaboration of many spiritual beings, and of course I'm sure some sparks are going to fly, and you've got fabulous music, wonderful food that's usually there, right? There are exhibitors that have food, and we get to detoxify and connect.
Aren't going to have food, but they're going to supply food, so it's all going to be all vegetarian food.
Right.
We have vegan and vegetarian food. And when we talk about the Match.com, you know, I'm doing it in New York for 28 years, and people stop me in the street. Oh, thank you, Mr. Becker. I met my wife there. Oh, thank you, Mr. Becker. I found my boyfriend there. And it's true. People do meet people of the same vibration.
They do.
And I always say, you know, go to a bar and meet a drunk, and go to an expo and meet a god or goddess.
Right. And you know what? The energy is fostering love and open hearts, open souls. Mark, I want to ask you a question. What made you create this expo? What was the vision 28 years ago? What brought you to create such a fabulous expo?
You know, people say that, and I say, no, this is what I do. You know, in 1971, I started doing yoga. In 1975, I opened the first yoga center in New York, and it was the first healing center, so it was the first place you could buy herbs, but not only herbs in bulk, but herbs in tinctures and capsules. There was no such thing. You could not go and buy an herb in a capsule or tincture then. It was the first place to buy wheatgrass juice. And I started bringing my peers at that time, who were a lot older than me in all the different fields, most of them aren't alive right now, they would come in and they would lecture there. In Wigmore, Victoria Skovinskis for raw foods, and Michio Kushi for macrobiotics, Steve Halpern for music, Bernard Jensen, Dr. Christopher, who actually started the first herbal capsules that Nature's Way bought. And so I would bring them to the center. And all of a sudden, the store became my exhibitors, and the center became the expo as far as speakers. And I felt, with the center, I reached X amount of people. And what my goal and why I was brought to this planet is to educate and communicate, to have people open up their mind to all possibilities, be it UFOs, be it acupuncture. I mean, I used to write that people were going to have acupuncture, that people were going to drink bottled water, air purifiers, people were going to do yoga, people were going to be, they thought it was crazy. People were going to do magnets, people were going to do crystals. And why did I do this? There's two sayings that I always feel that I resonate to. One is in the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And Butch turns to Sundance and says, Sundance, sometimes I feel like I have 20/20 vision and the rest of the world's wearing bifocals. And then when Kennedy said, some people see things that aren't, ask why, and I see things that aren't, and ask why not. It just open your mind to all possibilities. There's a whole world out there, and if people open their minds and let the possibilities, life changes forever.
Forever.
And then they reach their maximum potential. That's the only way they can reach their maximum potential. So I try to bring as many people that I know from around the world that can help me deliver this message. And you're one of them.
Thank you. We're so excited to be a part of it. I know I've been a part of the expo for many years now, and I was privileged enough to go to New York too. Yes. I'm due to come back to New York. I just have to fit that in my schedule. But thank you, Mark, for hosting the largest and the best health, wellness, spiritual expo that South Florida has seen, New York has ever seen. And everyone go to newlifeexpo.com. Get your early registration tickets now. It's a happening place to be. Wonderful food that'll be there available for you. We'll have booths, exhibitors. We've got speakers. And of course, take one of Mark Becker's yoga classes. Thank you so much, Mark.
I'll be teaching yoga on Sunday at 4, yes.
Sunday at 4. You know what? You and I will be teaching at the same time. So first we'll have people do yoga and then run over and catch my class on Sunday. So thank you so much, Mark. God bless you. And I'm going to see you on Saturday morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I will be there. And thank you for being you, and thank you for sharing me with your people.
Thank you, Mark. God bless you. See you soon. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number to dial to connect to all of us. But I'm going to go right back to the phone lines, and we're going to go to Anita. She's in Palm Bay. Anita, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Anita. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I've been having a rough week, and I was just, I had the loss of a loved one, and it's been hitting me hard. And
inner circle of the family? Yes, we have an inner circle of the family member. Yes, in that circle. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, Anita, this is something that you were feeling was coming. Yes, this was something that was in the making. Yes, and I know one can never prepare for something such as this. But if I could share, because I know that they've transitioned, but I can't make the connection yet because they're not available to me to get just yet. But if I could share with you that they are simply on the other side of life, and they feel you, they are there with you, supporting you. And I believe that this loved one had an opportunity to say goodbye to you in the dream state, or a sense of a feeling in the transitioning. Do you remember dreaming about them right after they passed?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm made aware by my spirit guide that they were able to say some form of a spiritual goodbye to you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
All right. So know that you're not alone. And even though you feel this loss, they are in a vibrational pattern that is very close to you, and they'll continue to be with you for quite a while, bridging that connection as they transition to the higher realm and then fulfill their next destiny. But they will continue to be around you, Anita. I'm sorry for this loss, but you also have the guides around you and your angels, particularly Archangel Michael is with you, holding that space of protection and communication with you. So don't forget to ask the angels for assistance. They're going to continue to be with you.
Okay.
And it's also given you an opportunity to contemplate life and the choices that you have made and where you want to go with your life. It's giving you an awareness of that life has a timeline and how you fulfill your life. And it's also given you the opportunity to get a little more rest, Anita. It's time for you to rest. You haven't been resting. The past 6 months, they tell me, has been hectic for you. But
yes, because I was the caregiver for him.
Yes.
He had cancer for a year, and he was my significant other for 13 years. And so it was very hard to lose him.
And you didn't you call before? Yes, we didn't you call before, and we touched on.
I didn't get through to talk to you, but I tried calling.
You know what? People don't get through, but somehow I feel like I've talked to you already. So I'm sure I heard you in my spirit, and very connected, and you need to take care of you now.
I just feel kind of lost right now. That's all.
I understand.
I know he's busy right now, and that's why I just feel lost. But I think it's hitting me right now more than it did before.
But you will always be connected, heart to heart, soul to soul. The partnership remains. It was a continuation of a past life, and you know this. You are aware of this. The two of you have done this dance before, as they say. So hold on to those memories and that vision. And when you want to, when you're up to it, come down to West Palm Beach and visit me at my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center, or perhaps you and I can connect via Skype or a phone reading for a personal session, and we can perhaps bridge that connection to him and provide you with some additional assistance through this transition time. It's time for you to take care of you, my dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I trust I've been of assistance to you.
You have. Thank you.
Yes. God bless you. Bye.
God bless. Thank you.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number to call to connect with all of us. And we've got to go right back to the phone lines. I've got Tia. And Tia, she's in Miami. Tia, how are you tonight?
I'm all right, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tia. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
Well, I've had a sudden shift in my life, and I, of course, just give it over to the angels and ask them to guide me. It was.
May I pause you a moment? Let me pause you for a moment. So the minute I hear your voice, I go up, I go down. They tell me you've been up, you've been down. Yes, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. They take me back 3 months. And we've been going through a shift, yes? And we've been ramping up into the shift, and now it's almost like you got shot out of a cannon, and you don't know where to go now, yes?
Correct.
And there's a feeling of fear, angst, and uncertainty, but the angels have you. Not only does Archangel Michael have you, I've got Archangel Gabriel. Did you start or did you begin working on a journal, my dear?
No.
Take out a pen.
I journal in my mind all the time, but I don't write it down.
Write it down, because Archangel Gabriel is putting a pen in my hand and he's saying, you've got to write. Journal, journal, journal. It's very important for you to journal. I see the book. I see the writing. I see the ideas. You need to create an idea funnel. You need to put it down. Your mind is a racetrack. And you are such a good friend, and you do so many things for so many people, but now you have to stop the world and get off and just do something for you right now. There's a shift and a change for work and career, and there's something coming for you that's going to take you to the next level financially and give you the platform for the next 10 years, they tell me. Are you shifting in your work and career at this time?
Yes, everything changed abruptly.
Yes, it's okay. Because you were like a solar eclipse. That's what happened. The solar eclipse came in and shook some things up. And, well, you were part of the aftermath. But it's okay. You were resisting the change for the past year. And it was time for you to change. And so the universe flipped you upside down. Because you were resistant. Yes?
I've learned to just go with the flow. Because whenever I have these abrupt changes, I just say to them, okay, where do you want me to go now?
But understand something.
But
understand. Understand something, Miss Tia. Look at this, sweetheart. You need to look at this. You don't have to go through an abrupt change. That means that the prompting and the nuances were there before. And we didn't make the adjustments in the shifts, so then they had to flip you upside down. Ask them to be a little bit more gentle to you the next time and give you a little bit more of a gentle nudge that gets you to pay attention, not two butterflies flying by your face. You want to notice what you notice. You see, you're very absorbed in the analytical mind. You're very absorbed in the day-to-day activities. You throw yourself 150% in everything that you do. This is true, yes?
Yeah.
And often being left felt unappreciative. And you weren't really appreciated the way you wanted to be in the job, yes?
The job is not so much an issue, though. But no, the last job I had I wasn't appreciated.
Yes.
No, I left that one.
Yes. But there's a lot of positive activities coming, and I see a new direction of career unfolding for you. When I take you into the 2018 year, particularly the end of January into February, they make me aware that there's going to be a shift, a change that's going to elevate you financially and take you in a new direction for career. May incorporate the aspects of work that you're familiar with, but there'll be a new twist, a new adventure to it. You get bored, and we'd like to keep you on your toes. And the universe also has an opening for you to be a little bit more of a way shower and a spiritual leader as you move forward. You have deepened your spiritual relationship with them over the past 7 years. This is true, yes?
This is true, yes.
This is very true. Since about 2010, that was another flip-flop that you had. But they got your attention. And now you're moving forward, my dear.
I'll just keep trusting in them. Thank you,
Keep
Sarah.
trusting.
Thank you for the insight.
You're welcome.
It.
Be still and know that God is God, my dear.
I do. Thank you. I'll see you on the weekend.
I look forward to seeing you.
One of your lectures. Thank you.
I look forward to it, Tia. Be sure to introduce yourself to me, honey. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. I will. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number that we want to hear all about you at. Pick up the phone and call us at 1-888-565-1470. But you can always call me at the center at 561-682-0955. That's the phone number at the center. Why not call me tomorrow? I'll be there all day prepping for the New Life Expo and doing readings. So if you want to help me bottle some products and slap some labels on some bottles, you know where to show up. Let's go right back to the phone lines, and we're going to go to Jamie. Jamie is in Fort Lauderdale. Jamie, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, Sarah. How about you?
I'm doing great, Jamie. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
Well, I kind of have faced what I consider just a little bump in the road with things going on at work. And I'm just wondering if Spirit can give me some insight in regards to that. And if they see anything different, maybe perhaps coming for me in the future.
Definitely different things coming. You are winding down your time at the current place that you work.
Okay.
They have, according to Spirit, there's an unrealistic expectation, yes?
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
And it is time for you to reinvent yourself. And you're only one person.
Yeah.
However, work is not to be taken personally. You're taking some of the pressure personally. And it's...
Yes, I've noticed that.
It's disrupting the physical body, my dear. And the physical body is breaking down. And so you needed a time out. Oh, they didn't like that at work. Thank goodness for sick leave, yes? Thank goodness for contracts. Thank goodness for the legalities of employment. However, they are, and I say this with the strongest of intention for you to see yourself fully healed, but they are getting a little testy when it comes to the missed work, yes?
Yes.
Because they have their deadlines, and they do not feel like they have to accommodate you.
Yes.
And they have made it you feel as if they have gone above and beyond the call of duty for you, and that you are behaving ungrateful, yes?
Yes.
True, yes?
Yeah, that's how they feel.
And I see that it is pulling up within you some guilt and shame, almost as if you are being criticized as a young kid as opposed to an adult who brings expertise into the workplace.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, like I'm back in high school.
All right. Well, shift that paradigm within self. Shift that belief.
Okay.
Release that limiting belief. See yourself fully empowered. Walk in there tomorrow, head held high, and there is no task that they give you that the physical body will not be able to handle. When the illness sets in, it grabs you with fear, and suddenly you become more weak than you need to be, even though the illness can be a bit debilitating and tiring. Pick yourself up.
Okay.
Give yourself the inner strength. Consume every cell in your body with the violet ray of transformation and fill yourself with the white light and bring the emerald light of healing throughout the body. Hold that vision of strength. You can do what you need to do and not burn yourself out. You have a belief that you will burn yourself out. This is causing the disconnect.
Okay.
All right? And there should have been an adjustment in a medication. Did they adjust something in your medication, Jamie?
No, they haven't.
Look into something that needs to be adjusted. There's some adjustment that needs to be made, or an addition, something to be added, or maybe it's a vitamin supplement, but there's something else that needs to go into the physical body to realign it in the physical structure with the help of medical science. And this will give you some great strength. And if you're up to it, be sure to stop by the New Life Expo and visit me, Sarah Spiritual.
You will see me this weekend.
Well, I look forward to that, Jamie. All right. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you at the expo. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. Call in to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're taking your calls and answering your questions. And we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to go right back to the phone lines. We've got Texas on the line. We've got West Palm Beach. We've got Palm Beach. Maybe we have someone from your state. Pick up the phone, join us, and stay with us. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Are you looking to heal, shift relationships, and excel in your personal and professional lives? Then call Me Time Healing Center at 561-571-2204, located at 1600 South Dixie Highway in Boca Raton. Me Time Healing offers individual and group therapy, grief and addiction counseling, relationship programs, and e-therapy. For more information, visit me-time-healing.com and reclaim your inner love, power, and peace.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Gina Martell.
I'm Alan Knight.
And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
I had a feeling. I hope you had a feeling too.
I get them all the time.
Oh, to tune in to our show every Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock on our sister station, WSBR.
Oh, I think that's amazing. And you know what? I think people should listen to their feelings all the time.
I'm in tune to my feelings. Okay, let's get in tune with Sarah Spiritual right now.
Okay.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and gain the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
I've heard you. I've heard you here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And we're spiritually speaking to all of you here live. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines because we've got to make some connections to all of you. Let's go back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Keely. And Keely is in West Palm Beach. Keely, how are you this evening?
Hi.
How are you tonight?
I am doing okay.
Great. That's good to hear, Keely. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight? You have quite the journey that you're embarking upon, yes?
So far, yes.
A lot of exciting things coming for you. A lot of exciting things for you. How can I assist you?
To be honest, I'm lost in life, and I was wondering if your Spirit could give me some guidance.
Okay, honey, let me take a look here. First of all, you found yourself kind of connected to a circle of people. They draw a circle almost as if they weren't really your true friends, yes? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, hit the nail right on the head.
Hit the nail right on the head, because I've got that circle there, and I'm like, oh, they're not in the circle of trust. Darn. What's up with that? And I feel as if you feel isolated, alienated, and that people don't get you. But you're a very spiritual person, and you're very connected to your guides and your angels, but particularly God. There seems to be this connection with the Godhead, the God figure. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And I'm also seeing here that we're on the crossroad of school, work, and transition, yes?
Yes.
Are you trying to go back to school? We don't quite have everything in order to go back to school or continue something, or we're not taking as much as we want to?
Yeah, I was trying to get my GED a couple of months ago, but that wasn't working so well.
Okay, you will get there. All right, we're going to go back. We're going to get everything that we need, and you are going to complete that. Let's make that transition and collaborate that in the universe. Are you ready? I want you to repeat after me. I am the woman who...
I am the woman who...
is educated...
is educated...
strong...
strong...
and can do anything I set my mind upon.
and can do anything I set my mind upon.
I have accomplished my GED...
I have accomplished my GED.
and I am continuing the studies for my career.
And I am continuing the studies for my career.
In 2018, I am on track for the life of my dreams.
In 2018, I am on track for the life of my dreams.
Okay. I feel that you have been feeling as if you're not good enough, not supported. I feel as if when you were about 16, that's the age they're giving me, that you kind of took a turn and you got off track. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And now you've been finding a way to get back on track ever since then, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also seeing that you're feeling trapped where you live, like you don't feel like you have the freedom that you want. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. But I see change coming for you, honey. I do see change coming for you. You have to apply yourself. I feel you were distracted and you weren't able to concentrate. You have difficulty concentrating and remembering when you study for the test. Particularly, they take me in the mathematics. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Okay. You can do this. There's some assistance that you can get, some tutoring, they tell me, that will assist you on what you need. And this will strengthen your skills. You can complete this. Coming into the beginning of 2018, set the intention. I am the woman who has completed her GED. This is what you say every day. I know you also are uncertain as to where your place is in the world, how you're really going to make a living. That's also correct, yes?
Yes.
Okay. There will come an opportunity for you to find the profession that makes you happy and you feel secure. But right now it is for you to love self and know that you are smarter than you give yourself credit for. And that you are a wonderful being. One of your friends recommended you call the store, and you haven't called the center yet. Is that correct?
Center for what, schooling?
No, my center. You heard about me from a friend, yes?
My aunt, yeah.
Okay. And you need to stop by and see Sarah Spiritual. That's what you need to do.
That's funny because we were just talking about making an appointment to see you. I asked where you were located.
I know.
Her name is Angela Gonzalez. She follows you as well.
Ah, wonderful.
I spoke to her a couple years ago.
Yes. I know exactly who that is. Yes. So it's time for you to make that change. But don't put it off. Because there's some things that you need to explore within yourself that I'd love to assist you with. So don't hesitate to make that appointment at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and let's see what Spirit has to offer you in a session, just you and I. And we can kind of map out where you're going to go from here. All right, my dear?
All right.
I hope I've been of some service to you tonight.
I also have another question. I'm completely lost. Can I have some guidance on my love life? I just want a detail on that, or do you see anything with that?
I'm kind of hearing what love life? Oof. That pretty much sums up that experience, you know. That's a train wreck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much.
This is why we need to have a session. You're distracted and focusing on the things that are not serving you for your highest good at this moment. You know this to be true.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everybody wants to be loved, but we have to be selective as to who we allow love us. You want to have someone love you who's going to honor you for who you are and the beauty that is you. Not someone who puts you on a shelf and takes you down when they're ready. We'll talk about it in your session. Call the center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and book your session with me, Sarah Spiritual Honey. It'll be okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Every once in a while, Spirit just needs to kind of slap it right on the table and say, what? Yeah, Because every once in a while, we need to step away from things that are causing us angst and disappointment. And that is indeed what our caller has to do. Step away from the things that no longer serve her. And be strong enough, even if it means being by herself for just a while. And we are going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Vanessa. And Vanessa is in Palm Beach. Vanessa, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great, Vanessa. And we're winding down our show here tonight on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. So how may we assist you tonight?
Okay, I would like to know if you see anything significant happening in my love life.
Anything significant?
Anything good?
Tell me something good. Let me see what I got here. First of all, the Spirit tells me that you don't always give people an easy chance in the door, yes?
Yes.
You're very selective, and you're very specific as to what you want. You have a clear-cut idea of what you want, yes?
Right.
But they tell me that you want to ask me about someone. This is also true, yes?
I mean, someone is somewhat in the picture. I'm not quite sure.
That's right. So give me that person's birthday, and then we're going to get some more assurances on the picture, because it's where do you stand in your love life? Well, let's take a look at what the dynamic is here based on what Spirit sees, and that will give you the guidance that you need.
7972.
Person of many moods, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moody sometimes.
Yes. Could do a PMS commercial, but that's a whole nother story. We're not going to go there. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that they're a little bit more, they're not as solid as you are as an individual, even though I feel that they should have a little bit more of a maturity level. They don't. They're not as emotionally mature as they could be. And I'm seeing this connection of, they're kind of dancing in, dancing out. They're not always fully present. And so you're getting mixed messages. And that's something that creates a lot of discomfort for you, because security is very important for you, yes?
Absolutely.
And I'm not feeling that they've got their act together.
Right.
They don't have their financial act together either.
Really? Interesting, because he portrays the opposite, and...
Yeah, but he's putting on more show than he's got in his go.
Okay.
There's a history there that you want to look into, and there's a pattern of behavior. And if you listen, and here's the thing, people always, let me say it always one more time, tell on themselves. When you listen to the story and the stories, you're going to see the pattern of, it's almost this pattern of 3 or 4 years. There's a lack of consistency, and whatever the story is as to why the last relationship terminated, that's not quite the whole story. They're playing the victim. They're playing the victim, but they're not as much as the victim, because there was a behavioral and an inconsistency in their patterning, and I feel as if there was some untruths in that relationship. Not clear what party was speaking the untruths, but I see the mask around, the mask of illusion. It's like they show me the mask of the masquerade ball. And we can all wear a mask from time to time. But that seems to be indicative of his personality. But now that we just kind of chopped him up into little pieces and made chop suey of the poor guy, let's take a look. He can be fun. He can have good personality. Is he the solid guy for you? This is where Spirit puts up the caution flag for me to pass on to you and say, don't study, don't analyze. Allow it to be, allow it to unfold. And then you will recognize if the personality is compatible for you, because I feel as if you will be in charge of more than you want to be, almost like you'll end up mothering this person as opposed to being their partner in life.
Okay.
All right. But the relationship will continue through this year. Allow it to unfold. I feel as if they've stepped away from you and then kind of came back. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
just what he did, you know.
Mm-hmm. And that may repeat itself, and at that point you will see if the circumstances are ones that you deem was okay with you, and then the relationship will either turn for the better because the conversation will be had, or it will come to a close. But no relationship before you is a waste of time at this point. You are learning more about yourself, you're learning to be a little more flexible, and you're learning to trust your intuition a little bit more and save yourself some trouble on the journey of love.
Mm-hmm.
True, yes, my dear? Yes, you are.
True.
You are. It's a journey, but yes, so you want something significant, so let me wrap it up and tell you this, that I am in the year of 2017. When I fast forward 1 year, 2 years, in the 2019, I see permanency of relationship. They take me to the month of June. Permanency of relationship makes me feel as if we are engaged, living together, or possibly, depending on the patterning of how you see your life unfolding, your free will, I'm seeing relationship that could lead to marriage. So there is permanent relationship approaching. Do I feel that this individual will have that opportunity to be that life partner? Spirit hands us the caution flag, makes me feel like, I think you can do better. But that's a free will choice of yours, my dear.
Okay.
All right. So how did you hear about the show, Vanessa?
Well, I visited you before at your center.
Oh, you have? Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for visiting me.
Oh, I love coming to see you. A friend of mine by the name of Leela,
yes,
told me about you. I don't know if you remember her.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you so much. And tell Leela that I said thank you. And listen, if you're just hanging out this weekend, come on down to the Broward County Convention Center to the New Life Expo and come hang out with me.
Oh, I will.
All right, great. I'd love to see you there, honey. All right?
All right. Thank you so much. Can I squeeze in just one question really quickly?
Quick. You have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, my neck has been hurting me, and I have a slight headache. Is this
left side? It's the left side?
Is it the left side? Yeah, I would say more so than the right side.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm on the left side. Let me fix that for you. Take a minute. Take a breath. Let's just see what we can do here. Breathe. All right, I'm going to bring in the rays of light. I'm going to bring in the gold and the green and the white. I'm going to bring it down. Take a breath and hold that breath. I'm going to radiate through, calling Archangel Michael to seal you off with a white light of protection. Feels like you have a knife in your neck more than anything. I'm going to clear. Breathe. Clearing the temple. Started with you slept funny. Started with that. But I see an energetic attachment. I want you to read the 23rd Psalm 9 times in a row for 9 days. That's going to clear that energy. But this will pass. I'm going to continue to work on you, and I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael to continue. Take a breath. Move your neck. All right.
Okay. I do feel better.
I know.
Well,
I was right there with you. Oh my gosh, I know. I was just right there with you. All right, my dear, I'm going to continue to work on you even after the show. Oh gosh, I know. It's so cool. And
God bless you.
Yeah, the angels are with you, honey. All right, Archangel Michael and Raphael will be with you. All right?
Thank you.
Nice
so
clearing
much.
breaths, my love. All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
1-888-565-1470. Let's see how many questions we can get in here before we end our third hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And she wants one more question. We're going to wrap it up with a healing on that one. That was an interesting one. Let's go to Joe. We've got Joe in Palm Beach. Joe, how are you, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good. Just a little bit frustrated. Maybe you can help me with spirit.
Absolutely, Joe. What's your question for us this evening?
I've been trying to get repairs. I've been doing all of that legwork after the hurricane that we went through, and I seem to have not been getting an answer, and I had to put in an appeal. Do you get anything on me getting any help? My door returned to me.
Appeal to FEMA and the assistance from the state? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like you got deemed like third place, like you weren't important enough for them to acknowledge. Does this make sense to you? And I feel like they were trying to say that something wasn't right before the hurricane, that it's not a result of the hurricane. Did they try to say that in the write-up?
That's exactly what they tried to say.
Yes, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it's just like they're interpreting something. Now, I want you to go back and look. Perhaps you have some pictures of things before the hurricane. It even could be something that happened at an event at your house or something. Take a look and see what evidence you have to contradict what they said. Because they're trying to make it sound as if it was wear and tear and it was not the result of the hurricane. Okay. But I do see that you need to follow up on that appeal and continue. If you are persistent, you will get some result. Okay, you must be persistent.
Pretty much what I've written like 3 times, 3 letters. I mean, I kept adding to the appeal because basically what they were saying that it didn't happen by the hurricane. I go, how does that make sense?
Right. And, well, you have to find something that contradicts that opinion. So that means perhaps there's a picture of that aspect of your house, and you will know how to prove it that way.
Like 22 pictures. Do I still need more pictures?
Well, maybe you need to take a picture and blow it up and really, kind of draw an arrow and be like, hello, pay attention, all right?
Okay.
But I do see that you have to land in front of the right person. And I'm going to give you something that's going to facilitate this a bit. We do kind of walk in the realm of the assistance of the guides, the masters. And I also use the Psalms from the Bible, the book of Psalms. And if you read Psalm 32, Psalm 34, Psalm 65 and 27, before you make follow-up phone calls or letters, it will make your words be received more easily and you will be understood. That's 32, 34, 65, and 27. These allow the energy to be more free so that when you dial or you connect with someone or you show up at an office, you will get the person who'll go, really? I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can fix this for you. Because that's all you really need is one person to go, stamp, it's going, and you'll be all set. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense. Basically, everybody that I've seen, they just keep telling me because the only way is to go forward with an appeal. There's no making any corrections. So I just keep sending more backup and more photographs and more.
Exactly, and continue to document and read those Psalms every day. And that will make that shift that's going to assist you. And if you've sent in everything that you need, that's okay. Then just keep doing the reading.
I've already sent everything right now. I think it's just a matter of doing an update and justifying, explaining why I disagree, even more so.
And doing an update in the spiritual realm, you see? Exactly. This is where we're going to do our spiritual work now. Faith without works. What kind of works? Spiritual works, my friends.
Spiritual works,
so we're going to do those spiritual works to back it up. And you're in Palm Beach, Joe, so pop on by the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I have quite an array of spiritual baths and sprays that shift the energy and kind of help things move in your favor. So perhaps you want to take a couple of my Sarah Spiritual Magical Baths and make a big shift.
Okay.
All right, Joe, thank you so much for calling. How did you hear about the show?
Basically, I heard through a friend of mine who does readings. Her name is Reverend Sarah Shaw.
Okay, great.
She had heard of your show.
Wonderful. Well, you thank the referral, and I greatly, greatly appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, another night has flown by here of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and so happy to have everyone a part of this. And thank you to everyone who's followed us on Facebook. We'll be sure to pop in some answers to those questions that are waiting for me when I get done with the show. I want to thank you for following us here and joining us every Wednesday night from 5 to 8 p.m. on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and of course, 1100 in Atlanta. This Saturday and Sunday, visit me in Fort Lauderdale at the New Life Expo. I'll be there teaching free classes from 4 to 5 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be at the Crazy Universe panel with my dear friend Michelle Whitedove, and I'll be at my booth, try some of my sprays and my oils, and sit down with me, Sarah Spiritual, for your personal spiritual mini session. Just you and I exploring what Spirit has to say for you. You never know who might pop in. I've been known to talk to some angels, some guides, and even loved ones seem to be very much around us at the New Life Expo. So let's see what message Spirit has for you. Enjoy the New Life Expo. Go to newlifeexpo.com and be sure to visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com. Learn about my upcoming classes, my events, and learn about the spiritual sessions that I offer you. Thank you so much for sharing time and space with me on this wonderful evening in October. God bless you, and I am Sarah Spiritual.